2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. And tonight, we'll see the Miami Heat as they go up against the Portland Trailblazers. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. Taking a look at Portland, as the season continues to ramp up, they've secured the 7th spot.
Checking out Portland, it's really been an intriguing year for them. I mean, they work hard, they play gritty, but they're just so inconsistent.
Well, inconsistency is the word. Sometimes they'll lose a game they probably should have won, and they show you how hard it is to sustain success in this league.
All right, let's check out the starting lineup for the Trailblazers. Inside, we'll see Kamara and Klingett. Drew Holiday out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Avdia in at the 3 spot. And for Miami, they've got Kobe Bryant. Jackson Hayes is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Jake LaRavia, and it's Hardaway in at the point guard position. Lillard can't get it to go. A good chunk of the season is past us now, Grant. I'd imagine the wear and tear is adding up for some players.
Yeah, it varies from guy to guy. You know, vets are usually dealing with something just from playing so many years. But BA, the rookies, they're learning now what it takes to be in NBA condition.
Hardaway, no good. And it's Lillard with the ball for Portland. The Heat beat them last time when those two met at Miami.
And that was a gut punch. To come up short after battling through 2 overtimes, they poured a lot of sweat into that game and came away with nothing to show for it.
Here's Bryant following the 3-point basket by Portland. Hardaway finds Bryant. Pulls up. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, plenty of anticipation in Portland for this summer when the WNBA will return to the Rose City. The Fire will reclaim the name from Portland's initial 2-year WNBA run from 2000 to 02. And this summer, with the momentum around the league, the hope is that flame will endure.
A new beginning. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Drew Holiday understands the big picture. He said, quote, basketball is a two-way sport. As much as you train offensively, you need to do the same thing defensively. Doing defensive slides, wall sits, things that help you with your legs and your base. I've done that since I was little. It helps. Back over to you, Brian.
An elite defender. Allie, thank you. What a sensational move captured from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Now here's Hardaway. And in that game with Sacramento, he did not play well. Here's Bryant inside. He's covered by Holiday. Bryant, no good. To the middle. That's good from Holiday on the assist by Avdia.
Yeah, in the paint, Holiday's agility makes him tough to contain. He just needs a little space to go to work.
To the inside. And finished off by Hayes.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Lillard outside. Jacks up a 3. Hits the 3-pointer. Lillard's got 8.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Heat trail by 6. Bryant, the pass to Hardaway. Back to Bryant. Outside Hardaway. Bryant outside. Pass to Hardaway. With 1 on the clock. And he takes it up and lays it in.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Just a big-time effort for Damian Lillard, providing a lot of energy for the Trailblazers. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Sharp at the 2 with Avdia playing the 3. Jeremy Grant out there with Robert Williams. And it's Henderson in at the 1 spot.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
Well, Tim, he possesses that classic European combination of size and skill. The 6'10 Serbian, Nikola Jovic.
Yeah, the finesse game is there. Vision, shooting touch. But Brian, he just needs a bit more physicality to really round out as a player.
Here's Gillespie. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Pass to Jovic. Shoots over Grant. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
But it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
Rebounded by Jovic.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Here's Gillespie, defended by Henderson. Hardaway, no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
They get it back. Avdia outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Miami trailing. A minute 37 left in the first half. Pass to Jovic. Here's Wright. Williams defending. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at Sacramento, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Checking out Miami, they have yet to slip up really this year. We're here in the middle of the season and they've held strong. Now, I think you have to be happy about that as a player.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. A different look for Miami. Vanderbilt's checked in for Wright. LaRavia comes in for Larson. And it's Bryant in for Gillespie. And a new group getting ready for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for Williams. Kamara comes in for Grant. Drew Holiday's checked in for Sharp. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Henderson. Just 5 on the clock. They now take the lead. Bryant's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Kamara. No points so far.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Every team in the league is looking for a long, athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trailblazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Brian, back to you.
A good strategy. Okay, Allie, good stuff. And so here's Portland after the basket by Miami. Here's Lillard. Inside, Dame gets it to go.
He's known for the long ball, but Lillard every bit as effective in the mid-range.
Here's Bryant. And it's Portland with a rebound.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Portland moving it around. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Another 3 for Portland.
And this is exactly why you got to be up on Lillard, or he'll burn you off the catch.
Hardaway with it, doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. Vanderbilt, a screen on Holiday, and we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Portland ahead, they lead by 5. We've got more in store for you right after this.
For the fan, half-court shot draws, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Hello, everybody. What time is it? Yep, halftime, but really it's been Dame time with the way Lillard's played so far.
You know what time it is, Ernie? It's Dame time. Often, Ernie, it comes in the fourth quarter, but it might be daylight saving because he's starting early.
If it's daylight saving, that would explain why you showed up early for once. The game's coming up. The Bucks playing at Fiserv Forum as they go up against the Bulls. That one starting at 7 p.m. Eastern.
These are solid teams, pretty close talent-wise.
Absolutely a sneaky good game that should be very entertaining.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. What a game we're seeing from Damian Lillard.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
And a lot of spot-up shooters now adding a one-dribble pull-up three to the repertoire.
Yeah, when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
They've got Hayes, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Jake LaRavia. Then there's Kobe Bryant, and it's Hardaway in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Lillard. 13 points in the game. Off target with the three. Now Hardaway. Here he goes. Rebounded by Kamara. Portland leading by 5. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Lillard passes to Holiday. Clock at 6. Shot from 12. And he can't get that one. Miami shooting the rock well at 46%. Well, not a whole lot of experience, but you watch Jaime Jaquez, Tim. He looks like a 10-year vet out there.
Yeah, BA, part of that is because he's a 4-year college guy, and now he's plug and play. He's got great footwork, he's tough, and he has a high IQ for the game.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Jovic, he's checked in for Hayes. And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
Well, you look at Lillard. He's gathered enough votes to currently sit at the number 4 spot on the list. He must be excited about the prospect of competing in this event at All-Star Weekend.
And it's obvious the fans want him there as well. He's a dangerous man from beyond the arc who could have a real shot at winning that event.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated.
Here's Hardaway. The Blazers making their last shot. Here's Bryant, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Bryant's got 4 points this quarter.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Outside Kamara. Back to Lillard. Launches a three. Rebound Miami. Next up, they'll face the Hawks in Atlanta. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them. Pass to Jovic. Now Bryant for the tie. Avdia pulls it in.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break. Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Lillard outside. No good on the three. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's the Trailblazers up one. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
Trust each other these last minutes, right? Work for a great shot. Don't settle.
Reaching teamwork. Eric Spoelstra trying to bring this unit together down the stretch.
Yeah, play unselfishly, make the extra pass, force the defense to have to work hard to try and stop you.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Inside, we'll see Kamara and Klingit. Damian Lillard out there with Drew Holiday. And it's Abdia in at the three. Bucket!
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Bryant against Holiday. Outside Lillard from downtown. Oh, it doesn't go. The Heat with the lead. Now Vanderbilt. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Lillard. Lillard drains the outside shot.
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Bryant against Holiday. Oh, it's off target. And it's Lillard with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Let's loose for three. Cleared away by Vanderbilt.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've seen that far too often in this game. Very uninspired defensively.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Hardaway against Lillard. Six to shoot. Off the outside. 20 feet away and no problem.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Hardaway. And stolen by Holiday. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Lillard takes a three. The triple drop.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
Now here's Hardaway. Jacks up a three. Oh, the shot is off. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And they go to the intentional foul. the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
Making it a 2-possession game is critical right here. Nice work coming through and doing exactly that.
Outside Hardaway, outside Vanderbilt. 5 on the clock. Oh, that one's off. Still out of sync. And so Portland takes the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment, but they stood tall and got the win.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce, who is now with our player of the game.
Dame, you routinely make shots that most players would not even attempt. What enables you to have that kind of confidence?
Sometimes in the summer, I work on the craziest things. You know, you never know what type of situation you're going to be in. You got to be prepared for it, you know, so I've worked on my fair share of crazy shots, crazy passes, and, you know, you don't make a high percentage of them, but I made one tonight.
Practice makes perfect. Thanks so much, Dame.
All right, thanks, Allie. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Damian Lillard.